The FIA has just dropped explosive new evidence from the Abu Dhabi 2025 Grand Prix, putting Lando Norris championship hopes in serious jeopardy. Max Verstappen fans are on edge, as this revelation could hand the title to Red Bull if the FIA applies penalties, creating one of the most dramatic championship scenarios in recent memory. The twist? Norris' overtake on Yuki Tsunoda involved leaving the track to avoid imminent contact, but the FIA's findings suggest potential car irregularities that could strip him of points, leaving the paddock in absolute shock. And the fallout? Red Bull strategists scrambled, Tsunoda received a 5-second penalty, and the FIA's decision could rewrite the 2025 F1 Championship entirely, leaving fans and teams anxiously waiting. Subscribe now, you cannot afford to miss a single moment as this explosive F1 story unfolds and the championship hangs in the balance. The FIA's investigation into Lando Norris' car at the Abu Dhabi 2025 Grand Prix produced a wealth of raw data, capturing every aspect of the McLaren's performance during the race. Telemetry data recorded throttle input, steering angles, brake pressures, wheel speeds, and tire loads, providing a precise picture of how the car behaved during the controversial overtake. This granular dataset formed the foundation for evaluating potential sanctions. Mechanical simulations were conducted alongside the telemetry analysis to understand how the car's dynamics might have contributed to performance gains. Engineers modeled suspension behavior, tire loading, and aerodynamic performance under various conditions to replicate the off-track maneuver. The simulations confirmed that subtle advantages could be produced under these circumstances, highlighting the significance of even milliseconds in high-stakes racing. High-speed video footage provided essential visual confirmation of the telemetry and simulations. Multiple camera angles were analyzed frame by frame, showing Norris' trajectory and how it optimized momentum and corner exit speed. This visual verification ensured that the numerical data accurately reflected real-world performance, strengthening the FIA's technical assessment. Driver behavior was scrutinized to separate defensive action from potential competitive advantage. Norris' steering, throttle, and braking inputs were evaluated alongside telemetry to assess how much skill was required to navigate safely while leaving the track. The FIA considered both intent and measurable outcomes, which is critical when determining the fairness and potential impact of any sanctions. Consistency and repeatability of the observed advantage were key factors in the analysis. Engineers reviewed prior and subsequent laps to determine if similar off-track actions produced comparable performance gains. The findings suggested that certain maneuvers could consistently provide slight speed advantages, which is pivotal when assessing potential points deductions or other penalties affecting the championship. The paddock reacted immediately to the raw data. Rival teams, commentators, and fans analyzed every detail of telemetry, simulations, and video evidence to gauge how the FIA's findings could influence championship points. Red Bull strategists considered scenarios in which Verstappen could capitalize on a sanction, heightening the suspense and drama surrounding the Abu Dhabi finale. Finally, the integration of telemetry, simulations, high-speed video, and driver analysis underscores the precision of modern Formula One oversight. Every element of Norris' overtake was meticulously examined to ensure regulatory compliance and competitive integrity. This comprehensive approach illustrates how split-second decisions and subtle technical nuances can determine the outcome of a championship, emphasizing the critical role of data-driven analysis in the sport. In modern Formula One, technical analysis is pivotal in determining the fairness and legality of every maneuver, particularly those with championship implications. The FIA's assessment of Lando Norris' Abu Dhabi overtake relied heavily on comprehensive telemetry, capturing steering angles, throttle inputs, brake pressures, wheel speeds, and tire loads. This data allowed engineers to precisely quantify the performance impact of leaving the track, forming the backbone of the FIA's technical evaluation. Telemetry revealed that Norris' off-track trajectory produced measurable improvements in corner exit speed. This gain enabled the McLaren to carry more momentum onto the subsequent straight, providing a subtle yet meaningful competitive advantage. Engineers calculated the effect on lap times, demonstrating that even split-second decisions can have significant championship ramifications. Mechanical simulations were conducted to model the car's dynamics during the off-track maneuver. Engineers examined suspension behavior, tire loading, and aerodynamic performance under multiple conditions. These simulations confirmed that the trajectory consistently offered improved stability and acceleration, indicating that the advantage gained was not incidental but repeatable under similar conditions. High-speed video footage provided visual confirmation of telemetry and simulation results. Frame-by-frame analysis showed Norris' trajectory optimizing cornering efficiency and minimizing tire scrubbing. The alignment between visual evidence and numerical data strengthened the FIA's technical assessment, ensuring that conclusions were based on objective, reproducible evidence. Driver behavior was analyzed in tandem with mechanical data. Norris' throttle modulation, steering, and braking patterns were scrutinized to understand the level of skill and control required to execute the maneuver safely. The FIA weighed driver intent against measurable performance benefits, ensuring that regulatory decisions reflected both human and mechanical factors. Environmental factors, including track temperature, wind, and tire condition, were incorporated into the technical analysis. By accounting for these variables, the FIA ensured that the observed performance gains were consistent and not the result of transient conditions. This comprehensive approach provided confidence that any conclusions or penalties were technically justified. Finally, the integration of telemetry, simulations, high-speed video, and driver analysis underscores the sophistication of FIA oversight. Every aspect of Norris' maneuver was scrutinized to ensure compliance with F1 regulations and competitive fairness. This technical evaluation illustrates how modern Formula One relies on precise, data-driven analysis to determine the outcome of races and championships, where even milliseconds and subtle car behavior can be decisive. The FIA's revelation regarding new evidence on Lando Norris' car immediately sent shockwaves through the Abu Dhabi paddock. Teams and analysts quickly recalculated championship scenarios, realizing that a potential points deduction could hand the 2025 title to Max Verstappen. The tension in the paddock was tangible, with every lap and maneuver scrutinized for its potential impact on the championship standings. Norris himself faced extraordinary pressure. Fans, commentators, and media outlets debated whether his off-track maneuver was a defensive action or a maneuver that provided a measurable performance advantage. This scrutiny highlighted the immense psychological demands placed on drivers, particularly when a single decision could determine the outcome of an entire season. Red Bull strategists moved swiftly to model every possible championship scenario. Verstappen's team analyzed how a points deduction for Norris could affect the final standings, considering every potential FIA sanction. This high-stakes planning underscored how pivotal regulatory decisions can be in modern Formula One, where championships often hinge on milliseconds and technical rulings. The FIA's investigation carried broader implications for the sport. Officials considered regulatory precedent, the balance between safety and competitive fairness, and how this ruling would influence future off-track maneuvers. Their decision would establish a critical benchmark, affecting driver behavior and team strategies in upcoming seasons, adding layers of long-term significance to the immediate drama. Fans and analysts dissected every piece of telemetry, video footage, and FIA documentation. Online discussions, social media debates, and expert commentary dissected the incident in detail, with speculation on potential penalties and their implications for the championship. This global attention amplified the drama, demonstrating how technical and regulatory evaluations can captivate audiences worldwide. The mental and emotional impact on Norris was substantial. Facing worldwide scrutiny and the threat of losing a championship due to a single maneuver created immense psychological pressure. Maintaining composure while under such intense observation highlighted the human element in high-performance motorsport, showing that elite drivers must navigate both technical and emotional challenges. Finally, this dramatic turn underscores the razor-thin margins that define modern Formula One. A single off-track maneuver, when combined with telemetry, video analysis, and technical evaluation, has the power to determine a championship. The FIA's new evidence emphasized that milliseconds, driver decisions, and technical precision can sway the outcome of a season, leaving fans, teams, and drivers on edge as the final ruling looms. The FIA's ruling on Lando Norris' car at Abu Dhabi 2025 serves as a stark reminder of how precision, regulation, and split-second decisions define modern Formula One. Every maneuver, every fraction of a second, and every technical nuance can alter the course of a season. Fans and teams alike witnessed how a single off-track maneuver could create waves that threatened the championship outcome. For Norris, the scrutiny and potential penalty highlighted the immense pressure drivers face when racing at the pinnacle of motorsport. Each decision is analyzed by telemetry, video, and regulatory experts, making clear that success in Formula One requires not just speed but consistency, technical awareness, and composure under pressure. The stakes could not be higher. Max Verstappen and Red Bull's camp, on the other hand, demonstrated the importance of readiness and strategic agility. Championship scenarios can pivot instantly, and teams that anticipate regulatory outcomes gain a tactical advantage. The FIA's findings reminded the paddock that every race, and every decision often on track, can influence the final standings. The FIA's detailed evidence and analysis showcased the sophistication of modern motorsport oversight. Telemetry, high-speed footage, mechanical simulations, and environmental data all played a role in ensuring that the ruling was based on objective fact rather than conjecture. This level of scrutiny ensures fairness while simultaneously increasing the drama for fans who follow every twist and turn. For spectators, the incident underscored why Formula One is as much a mental and strategic battle as it is a contest of speed. The interplay between driver skill, team strategy, car performance, and regulatory oversight creates layers of tension that make championship conclusions unpredictable and compelling. Fans experienced firsthand the thrill and anxiety of a title potentially being decided off track. The broader lesson for teams and drivers is clear: attention to detail, precision engineering, and adherence to rules are as crucial as raw pace. The Abu Dhabi scenario demonstrated how technical irregularities, no matter how subtle, can trigger championship-defining consequences. Teams must balance risk, innovation, and compliance to navigate the high-stakes environment successfully. Finally, for fans and followers, this story reinforces why Formula One captivates audiences worldwide. The combination of speed, strategy, regulatory intrigue, and split-second decisions keeps every championship battle unpredictable. As the FIA's ruling unfolded, fans were reminded that every race, every maneuver, and every point counts, and the 2025 Abu Dhabi finale will be remembered as one of the most dramatic and technically scrutinized moments in modern F1 history.